Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Alpha Omega Occasionally. I'm in the thick of it, and you know where? You know what? I couldn't be anywhere else. Absolutely, 100%. I said it before. I'm not trapped here. I'm snared here. I cannot, and I repeat this, I cannot live in Europe again. I can't. And a lot of fellas talk about the cost of living and stuff like that. Well, I'm going to give it to you straight. I've actually done a bit of research on numberoo.com. She said Farang, she's talking about the fruit. On numberoo.com. And the link is in the description and it's up there on screen. I've done a cost comparison on general things between Bangkok and Dublin. And you'll find out in this video why I absolutely, and probably you as well, can absolutely not afford to go back to live in Europe. It's frightening. It really is. I've been here for over 13 years at this stage, and I can tell you, I've become so comfortable living in this wonderful place. And I've said it before, I've criticised Thailand so many times, but it's not really a critique, it's observation. Things that I have to get used to and things that I have become used to. And one of the things that I've absolutely become used to is the cost of living. Now, I know guys go on about the cost of living in Thailand, bullshit. I'm telling you, I looked at that website this morning, the one that appears on screen there again now, when I was doing the cost comparison. And these are average monthly expenditures, let's say, or expenses. And the comparison is done largely on like for like. But as I point out to you, it doesn't necessarily, you don't have to live in a basic, you don't have to spend 30 grand baht a month on an apartment in Bangkok. By the way, that still works out a heck of a lot cheaper than it does in Dublin. You can spend an awful lot less. But this is the reason that I'm stuck here. I can't move. What in the hell will I do, or would I do, on the income that I have to live in Ireland? Impossible. Absolutely impossible. And the average individual who's on a European pension here is going to be getting somewhere in the region of about $1,000 to $1,500, the currency of convenience, per month. I myself, looking into the next few years when I qualify for my Irish contributory state pension, and I have paid enough stamps in the past, I'll be looking at something in the region of €1,100 per month, give or take. It's not fantastic, but it's doable. And that's one of the things, it's not doable in Ireland when you look at the prices that I'm going to quote in comparison to living in Bangkok. You see, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So what I'm going to do, as I said before, I'm not mad about Thai food, but I'll tell you this much, it's damn cheap. To eat out here is so much, and you don't need me to tell you, but I'm going to go through a few particulars now with you as I sit down and enjoy some of this stuff. That looks good. What is that? I haven't a clue. I can't read Thai. I'm going to give this a go. Any monograph, mate? Guy. Okay. Okay. So yeah, ทำเอาไก่คุณมีข้าวผัดไหมมีข้าวสวยข้าวธรรมดา yeah, okay. So guy อันนี้อะไรหมู okay okay อันนี้แล้วก็ไข่สอง okay แล้วก็ใช่ครับ okay. So I'm getting some chicken with rice and a hard-boiled egg or two. How about that? And I'm going to have to scan the QR. 1 second. I wonder what this is going to come to. All right, okay. Bad sit bad. So 80 baht, so $2. This will all become relevant as we talk later on, because this video is relevant to you. It absolutely is. Because if you're like me, you're trapped here. Not trapped, you're snared here. That's it, bad. Yeah. Hope this snaps. And it does. And it doesn't. Oh, it does. Hamra SCB, bad name to go. Okay. Oh no, Tam. Okay, Tam. Okay. Thank you. SCB Babao Cha Cha. Okay. Thank you so much indeed. Bad name to go. SCB Chai Crab. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Bit of trouble with the scan, because SCB, by the way, this is the scanning. Make sure you have a bit of cash with you at all times, because sometimes the scan doesn't work. And that was a bit of a panic station there. It was 80 baht and I had 70 baht cash on me, and I just couldn't get the SCB service temporarily unavailable. Anyway, I've got myself. This isn't a. I'm going to stop saying that. This was 80 baht. The Coke was 10 baht in a glass bottle. Well, it's not Coke, it's Pepsi. It's Est. And you get your little bowl of consomme. But if you want to see the way it's presented for 80 baht, here you go. This isn't necessarily a food review. It's not a food review. It's a review of living expenses, and I've come prepared. Do you know what? I didn't come prepared. When I came to Thailand, I didn't come prepared. It's by pure fluke, by pure chance. This looks lovely. The chicken is very, very, very soft. Wait a second. By the way, we're going to do a Guinness review on this channel shortly. I found a place not too far from here that sells Guinness in cans. Get that off there. That's chicken. There you go. And a bit of boiled egg on this Tuesday morning. Before we go into the facts, lads, the facts. And you know I always give you the facts about how I just can't leave. I can't leave here. I can't leave here. And I can't live there. And you're going to find out why. That's extremely tasty. Extremely tasty. A bit of consomme now to wash that down a bit. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. That's lovely. If I had a cameraman like Gary Yeats, you'd be able to see everything as it happens. I mean, the way it is, that's it there, and I'm eating it as I'm talking to you. Let's have a look at some of these statistics. Remember the website numbeo.com. Numbeo.com. Fuck, I dropped a chopstick. But I got another one. Here we go. This is really tasty. I'm really glad I came here. If you're wondering where we are, we're in Sooty Sand Market on a Tuesday morning in the heart of Dig Dang. Here's the chicken. I must say, I say a lot about Thai food. And it's not always complimentary, but this is very nice. And speaking about complimentary, there's a bit of coriander on this, and it complements it astonishingly. Some consomme. Delightful. Anyway, here we go. Comparison. You've never had a comparison like this on YouTube. A meal, and we're having a meal. Now this is a basic meal. Again, you see, a meal is a meal. A meal is not a meal. It's not a meal. It's not a meal. You can have a meal. You can have a meal. You know what I mean? But we're looking at something like what I'm eating now. I paid 80 baht, and Numbeo.com quoted it at 100 baht. So they're rounding it off to the higher range. But 80 baht for this. Well, plus the Coke, 90 baht. So they're bang on, really, 100 baht. That's €2.64 for all of you watching in Euroland and Dollarland, because it's more or less on parity. Compared to Dublin, 780 baht. 8 times the price. 8 times the price. €20.50. There you go. That's a fact. If you doubt this, go on to Numbeo. By the way, I get no kickback from Numbeo for this video. I don't know what this is called, but it's absolutely lovely. Wonder Bar. Let's move on, shall we? Coke. Haha, there we go. I made this list before I came out. I didn't actually know it was going to fall into place so well. Coke, 1 litre. Bangkok, 25 baht. That was 10 baht for that bottle. That's at the upper end, say 25 baht or 67 cent. It's not cents, by the way, and it's not euros. It's euro. The plural for euro is euro. And people who say euros drive me absolutely mad. Anyway, I know people say euros, but it's incorrect. The plural is euro, and it's not cents, it's cent. So it's 67 cent for a 1 litre Coke in Bangkok. And it works out at 92 baht or €2.42 for a 1 litre Coke in Bangkok. How about that? And Esther's only 10 baht for that bottle. One thing you'll find that's more expensive here than back home is cheese. And you knew that anyway, you don't need me to tell you. But a kilo of cheese in Bangkok is approximately 520 baht. What the hell is that? Didn't ask for that to happen. A kilo of cheese is 520 baht, which is €14 in Bangkok, or 420 baht, or €11 in Dublin. These prices are fairly bang on, as you can see. Beer, half litre of beer. Yeah, half litre of beer. 59 baht, that's about right. 60 baht for a large bottle of Leo, which I think is more than half a litre, in 7-Eleven. And that's 150, or it's €1.55 compared to 122 baht, which is double the price, or 321 in Dublin. How about that? We're talking bottled beer here, by the way. Bottled beer. If you want the draft, it's a different fucking story altogether. This chicken is lovely with the coriander. Taste, the texture, unbelievable. I mean, unbelievable. That is unbelievable. I don't know what's that called. I don't know what this is called. It's absolutely gorgeous. Sudisan Market. It's the CBD of this area. Sudisan MRT. You get off at Sudisan MRT and you're here. And this operates from about 4 in the morning until about 3 in the afternoon, while the offices are, breakfasting and lunching and stuff like that. It's well worth it. And it follows suit to what I'm talking about here. So we've covered beer. Electricity. Electricity. I always think every month, this is pretty bang on. For an 85 square metre apartment, you're looking at about 3,000 baht, which is about, well, it's 2,991 as they call it. And that translates to 78, 79 euro per month for electricity for an 85 square metre apartment. You compare that to Dublin, 8,000 baht. If you don't believe me, go on to the link is in the description for this comparison. Click on the link and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And a lot more besides. 8,000 baht or 212 euro. I can vouch for that. Because I've lived. But I'm living here. And I have lived there. And I can't live there again. And this is the proof of the pudding. A 1-bedroom apartment rent. Now this is where it could be a lot cheaper than they stayed here. They reckon about 22,000 baht per month or 560 euro, and that would compare to Dublin, wait for it, but you already know this, 78,000 Thai baht or 2,100. Well, that's on the shy side in Dublin. It's usually a lot more. It's about 2,500 to 3,000 for that kind of size 1-bedroom apartment. And a one bedroom apartment, as they quote here, 21,000, 22,000 per month. You can get a lot cheaper. Where I'm staying now, you're paying 15,000 per month. No, I'm not paying it because we own it. But the going rate for it's not a big, but well, it says 1 bedroom. We have a 1-bedroom apartment. It's 15,000 a month. So it's and you don't need me to tell you. And then phone, your mobile phone, 400 baht per month, and I can vouch for that, or €10.60. Compare that to Dublin, double the price, 800 baht per month or 21.15. Now, and these are average prices, lads, but you can see exactly what we're talking about, and that's the reason I cannot live anywhere else. Well, I wouldn't say anywhere else, but I cannot live or go back to live in Dublin or the West for that matter. I'm the type of individual that will do what I need to do to survive, and the income that I garner, and I say garner, I don't earn an income, I don't command a fee, I don't earn a salary, I don't command a fee, I garner an income, and I garner roughly as much as I need to survive here. If I lived in Dublin, I couldn't live on what I garner. That's for darn tooth. And it's scary. And as I alluded to, I said it in my previous video, that if I, for some reason, was separated from my wife, I could live here on a dependency visa. In other words, I'm the father of a Thai national. But when my son becomes 18, that visa is no longer available, so I'll have to go back to Ireland. I'd be about 71 years old then. Imagine going back to live in Ireland, garnering what I'm garnering now, and not even being able to afford the basic necessities. God damn. Remember, this meal came to about 100 baht, which is 264. In Dublin, 800 baht, or over 20 euro. If I was to spend 20 euro on a meal, I have done, you go into the suck of it and you'd spend that. You see, I cut my cloth according to my measure. Maybe there's guys watching this video who are living the suck of it lifestyle and paying European prices for their accommodation and what have you. Well, fair play to you if you are. But there's one thing about living here. You don't lose on quality of life because you're living at a cheaper cost of living. If anything, the quality of life here is superior. Vastly superior. I'm going to finish this. By the way, I always say that Thai food is nothing to write home about. In regards to this, I take it back. It looks fairly simple. The chicken is... I'd love to know what the name of it is. This is where I let myself down. I think I let you guys down. I can't tell you what the name of this is. But come to Sudley Sand Market and sitting where I am now in the restaurant part, you saw where I ordered the stuff. If you can work it out, you get yourself here for 80 baht for the meal and 90 baht. So for 80 baht for the meal and 10 baht for the coke, for 90 baht all in, you get an absolutely delicious meal. I'm going to finish this because I want to enjoy it and savour it. And we'll recommence in a bit. Yeah, guys, the proof of the pudding, there you go. Oh, by the way, I want to give a big shout out to Alan. I just met you there, Alan. See you for a gin very soon, I hope. But anyway, the proof of the pudding. You can do the same thing that I've just done. All you got to go and do, all you got to do is go on to Numero, or whatever the hell it's called. You can see it there. And type in your city and compare it to Bangkok or any other city for that matter. And you'll see just how much you need and absolutely have to stay living in Thailand, be it Bangkok or any other part of this wonderful country. And there's something else as well. You absolutely need to keep watching this channel for genuine content like this. And remember, lads, if you haven't done so already, now's a good time to click the like button, the share button, subscribe button, do all those wonderful things, and I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon. Thanks for joining me.